Welcome to a quick walkthrough of the Vista timekeeping system, which will be used to track your hours worked and your project assignments. You will receive your client ID, login ID, and password from the payroll department. If you are ever using someone else's device, always remember to check this box and make sure that it is clear. You do not want to have a check there. And when logging in, you will get a message that will ask you if it is okay for your GPS tracking. It must be a yes. You can only log in if your GPS is turned on your cell phone. This tutorial will populate on your first entry. Once you select close, if you never want it to show again, just leave the box checked and hit close. If you would like it to keep appearing, uncheck the box and hit close. On the punch system, all you simply will be doing is clicking the clock in button, begin meal button, end meal button, transfer or clock out. Once you start your day, you're going to select the clock in button. To begin your meal, simply click the begin meal. Once you return from your break, hit the end meal button. If you are transferring to a different project number, but there's not a break in between your job, then you'll hit the transfer. But once you leave a job, you will click the clock out button. Let's walk through a clock in. A box will appear and it will allow you to select your project assignment. If you don't have a project assignment information, please contact your project manager. The system will default if you have your last project number and it only has one store assigned to it. That means there are no other options available. But if you were to be assigned to more than one store, multiple stores would appear here and you will select that. All 5 of these boxes must be completed. Otherwise, your clock in will not register. You will see red asterisks appear. I'll show you an example. This notates you are not fully ready to clock in because you have not selected your store account number, your project manager, and your assistant project manager. So you'll want to be sure and do that. And once again, since you're only assigned to this one project, then the rest of the fields will populate. If you have any notes, you may enter those at this particular time for your project manager. If you do not see your project number, we would still like you to clock in and use the None button. Once it fills in, you will need to enter the project number that you received. And if you have a store number, enter the store number. And then click Save. And you will see that your punch was saved. If you have to travel, you will click the Actions button. Once it loads, you'll change the drop-down box to Travel, or if you are working on a project assignment and you are being paid by projects completed, you will key project time. This will be the location for that as well. You will simply input your start time. And let's say your travel time was 2 hours. So you will key 10 a.m., hit the tab key, or simply if you're on your phone, then you will just make the selection with your finger. And then you will select the project that it applies to. Once again, these fields must be completed. If you're a project worker and you're tracking time for your project assignment, you will select project time. We're going to work 10 to 5 p.m. Select the project number, and then it'll auto populate. And then you'll hit the submit button. I just hit that too fast, so please excuse that. Okay, and it was saved. And you'll see that if you come to Timecard, you hit agree. And there's the travel time we input, the 2 hours. And then the project time, 7 hours. Then there's a tab that says pay adjustments. This is where you will input any layovers or phone per diems. Or if you are a project worker, this is where you actually put the number of projects you completed. So we're going to give us one layover for today. Remember, layover, per diem, phone per diem, those are only allowed one per day. You cannot enter multiple. If you enter anything other than one, it will not be paid. Per diem, New York and Hawaii only. If you are not working in New York or Hawaii, it will just simply be per diem US, phone per diem US. Select the project number, and it must have a project number. Complete all 5 fields. Hit save. And you'll hit the plus sign if you want to enter another one. So if you had a phone per diem on this day, and hit save. And you will see it populating in the back here. And say you are working on a project-based assignment and you completed 5 projects. You'll simply put your 5 in there. Select your project number. And remember, if you do not put project numbers, you cannot enter time. It will not save, which means that we don't know to pay it. So be sure to input your project number. And if you have questions, do not see your project number, contact your project manager. And you will see it appear here. And this is going to be the 5. This one will not have a rate on it. And this approve all button is on. So you can turn it off, which will allow you to individually save your, approve your entries. Or you can leave it on to always approve them. And now it's telling you all have been approved. And you will see your totals here at the bottom for your pay adjustments. And then once you click on your time card, you'll see your totals for your time card. So you have 2 hours of travel, 7 hours of project time. And you can go ahead and click approve all. Didn't approve, so click that one, hit save. So this is not approving. That means there's an error. So you have a clock in, but no clock out. So let's go clock out. First, let's transfer. So say we've been at this project and now we're transferring to a different project number. This is where you would do it. So you'll simply come in here, select the new transfer project number, and hit save. It did not clock you out, and it transferred you to a new project number. Now we're done for the day. So let's clock out. And you'll see punch was saved. Now you'll go into Timecard to make sure that you approve everything. Okay. If you have any questions, contact the payroll department by sending us a message. You can send your project manager a message, or you can simply select payroll department. And someone will reply back. We hope you enjoy the new system.